Rob Zombie created a kooky family of serial killers and the relentlessly stylish horror movie House of a Thousand Corpses. He continued that family's journey with The Devil's Rejects, which ended on a seemingly permanent note. Over a decade later, a sequel was announced. But what about all those bullets? This is 3 from Hell. Since it just came out, this will be a non-spoiler review. So, here we go again. Rob Zombie's Firefly family return after seemingly being shot to pieces at the end of The Devil's Rejects. Obviously, they survived. During trial, they became martyrs, regular folk heroes. Some people actually insisted on their innocence.
They're trying to blame us, but we didn't do it!
Fake news. Sherry Moon Zombie returns as Baby, Bill Moseley is back as Otis, and Sid Haig is once again Captain Spaulding. Sid Haig was ill during production, so Captain Spaulding leaves the movie early on, but taking his place is another family member, Winslow Foxworth Foxy Coltrane, played by Richard Blake. Now, this character wasn't in House of a Thousand Corpses or Devil's Rejects, so when they pull this guy literally out of thin air, he takes Spaulding's space, but not his place. At this point it should be 2 from Hell, but I guess Winslow's addition is honorary. The loss of Sid Haig hurts the movie, and his replacement Winslow isn't nearly as interesting or as fun as Captain Spaulding, so it was hard to care about him as much as the others. I would say that the 3 from Hell still have their characters down. Otis is still frighteningly batshit, and Baby seems crazier than ever. The baby doll personality seems out of age for her. She's nuts, we get it. It just feels much more artificial this time. The movie opens with them standing trial and going to prison. How are they not in an asylum? Wow, that is a low-flying airplane. I'm about to go Donnie Darko on everyone? The movie opens with them standing trial and going to prison. The movie establishes that they stood trial and went to prison. How are they not in an asylum? The first part of the movie plays like a documentary that recaps the previous movies and what's been happening to them up until this point, and frankly, it's riveting. After that, it kind of falls flat. Without giving too much away, they take hostages again, only to dispose of them again by the second act. Their rampage takes them to Mexico, where they continue to piss off the wrong people. It's truly finally lost that horror element. Now it feels like a tense crime thriller. Nothing wrong with that, but some parts still feel rehashed from The Devil's Rejects, and it's very familiar territory. The story meanders, it got predictable at times, and sometimes it was actually boring. I was getting the impression that Rob Zombie was running out of ideas. Devil's Rejects was an interesting take because they were switched to the defensive. Here, they still are. It would have been fine if it ended at Devil's Rejects. It was a logical, just ending. I'm not sure where else they could have taken these characters, but I hear the Suicide Squad might be hiring. The action picks up towards the end, but there was no real tension. Think Rambo mowing down dozens of bad guys. And yes, relatively speaking, the Fireflies are the heroes of the movie. It's got plenty of gore and nudity, everything you'd expect from a Rob Zombie movie. But it just seems to lack the style that the first 2 movies had. 3 from Hell is 2.5 Bs. A less than satisfying, unnecessary sequel that frankly should have stopped at the previous installment. More of the same, nothing too new. There were some opportunities to see some new facets of these characters, but after tiny glimpses, it's on to the next rampage. I just feel like they didn't take the characters anywhere new, the story didn't do anything interesting, and it just felt like meh. And I was just disappointed by it. The whole movie's just kind of meh. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, the bell, you know, the usual YouTube stuff. This is theNewBee, and I'll see you later, kids. Toodles!
Howdy, folks. You like blood, violence, freaks of nature? Well, then come on down to Captain Spaulding's Museum of...
And special thanks to my patrons. You guys rock!